The tennis world has been turned completely upside down. Alex Eala, the rising Filipino sensation who has captured hearts across the globe, just dropped a bombshell that nobody saw coming. In a shocking twist that has sent shockwaves through the tennis community, Eala has publicly declared Karolína Muchová as her ultimate favorite to win the upcoming final. This unexpected endorsement has left millions of fans absolutely speechless and questioning everything they thought they knew. The young star, who has always been known for her fierce competitive spirit, has now shifted the entire narrative surrounding the championship battle. What made Eala choose the Czech powerhouse over every other contender? And could the surprising prediction actually come true in what promises to be the most dramatic final of the decade? The tennis world was left completely reeling when Alex Eala, the phenomenal rising star from the Philippines, made an astonishing announcement that nobody could have predicted in their wildest dreams. In a move that has since become the most talked about topic across every major sports network, Eala publicly declared Karolína Muchová as her absolute favorite to clinch victory in the upcoming championship final. This shocking statement came completely out of nowhere, catching fans, analysts, and even Muchová herself completely off guard. Eala, who has been on an extraordinary journey of her own, filled with breathtaking victories and heart-stopping moments, chose to step away from the typical pre-final narrative and instead shine a spotlight on her competitor. The young Filipino star has always been celebrated not just for her incredible skill on the court, but also for her remarkable humility and grace off it. However, this latest move showcased a completely different side of her personality, one that demonstrated profound respect for her fellow athletes and a willingness to acknowledge greatness wherever it exists. Social media platforms instantly erupted with reactions ranging from utter disbelief to overwhelming admiration for Eala's courageous decision. Thousands of fans flooded comment sections, expressing their shock while simultaneously praising the young star for her unprecedented honesty and sportsmanship. Many pointed out that in the cutthroat world of professional tennis, where rivalries often become bitter and personal, Eala's gesture stood out as a refreshing and inspiring example of true class. Meanwhile, sports analysts scrambled to dissect the implications of her statement, debating whether this was a strategic psychological move or a genuine expression of admiration. Regardless of the interpretation, one thing became crystal clear. Alex Eala had successfully shifted the entire narrative surrounding the championship match, creating a storyline that was far more compelling and emotionally charged than anyone had anticipated. The pressure now rests squarely on Muchová's shoulders, as she carries not only her own championship aspirations, but also the surprising endorsement of one of tennis's most exciting young talents. Karolína Muchová has suddenly become the center of attention in the tennis world, and she owes much of this newfound spotlight to the shocking endorsement from Alex Eala. The Czech tennis star, known for her aggressive playing style and incredible court coverage, now finds herself in an entirely unprecedented position as the unexpected favorite heading into what promises to be the most important match of her career. Muchová has always been a formidable competitor, consistently demonstrating her ability to challenge the very best players in the world with her powerful ground strokes and exceptional net play. Yet despite her undeniable talent, she has often flown somewhat under the radar, overshadowed by more marketable or media-savvy figures in the sport. That all changed in an instant, when Eala's unexpected declaration catapulted Muchová into the global spotlight, forcing fans and analysts alike to reevaluate everything they thought they knew about the Czech player's potential. The weight of Eala's endorsement is not something that can be easily dismissed, as the Filipino star has proven herself to be an incredibly astute observer of the game with an uncanny ability to recognize true talent. Muchová now faces the daunting challenge of living up to the extraordinary expectations that have been placed upon her, knowing that millions around the world will be watching her every move with heightened scrutiny and anticipation. Her training sessions have taken on a new intensity. Her preparation has become more meticulous, and her focus has sharpened to an almost superhuman level. The pressure cooker of professional tennis is about to reach its boiling point, and Muchová must find a way to channel all this external expectation into the kind of performance that will silence any remaining doubters. Meanwhile, her coaching team has been working tirelessly to ensure that she remains grounded and focused, reminding her that the ultimate prize will be determined by what happens between the lines rather than by any pre-match predictions. Muchova's journey to this final has been nothing short of remarkable, filled with moments of brilliance and resilience that have earned her the respect of her peers. Now, with Eala's surprising support behind her, she has the opportunity to cement her legacy and prove that the Filipino star's confidence in her abilities was entirely justified. The tennis community has been absolutely torn apart by Alex Eala's shocking declaration, with fans around the world expressing a whirlwind of emotions ranging from disbelief to passionate support. Social media platforms have become virtual battlegrounds as supporters of both players engage in heated debates over the implications of Eala's unexpected endorsement of Karolína Muchová. Some fans have hailed the young Filipino star as a true ambassador of sportsmanship, praising her for demonstrating remarkable maturity and respect towards her competitors. They argue that Eala's gesture reflects the very best qualities of tennis, a sport traditionally built on principles of honor, integrity, and mutual respect between opponents. These supporters point out that Eala's willingness to acknowledge Muchova's talent publicly is a testament to her character and her deep understanding of what it truly means to be a champion. However, other fans have expressed confusion and even disappointment, questioning why Eala would choose to publicly endorse a rival instead of maintaining focus on her own incredible journey. Some skeptics have gone as far as to speculate that there might be hidden motivations behind Eala's statement, suggesting that she might be attempting to place psychological pressure on Muchova by raising expectations to unrealistic levels. The conspiracy theories have been flying fast and furious, with some fans alleging that Eala's endorsement is actually a calculated strategic move designed to distract Muchova from her preparation. Meanwhile, Muchova's own loyal supporters have been overwhelmed with gratitude, expressing their heartfelt appreciation for Eala's unexpected show of support and solidarity. They believe that this endorsement will serve as an incredible motivational boost for their favorite player, inspiring her to reach heights she might not have thought possible. The comment sections of major tennis news outlets have become flooded with passionate arguments from all sides, creating an electric atmosphere of anticipation and excitement. Emotional posts have been shared thousands of times, with fans recounting their own personal connections to both players and describing how this surprising twist has made the upcoming final infinitely more meaningful. Regardless of where fans stand on the issue, everyone seems to agree on one thing: Alex Eala's shocking statement has transformed this final into something far bigger and more consequential than anyone could have ever imagined. The championship final has suddenly become an electrifying spectacle of unprecedented proportions, all thanks to Alex Eala's controversial prediction regarding Karolína Muchová. The stakes have been raised to an entirely new level, with the entire tennis world now fixated on whether Eala's surprising endorsement will prove accurate or if it will backfire spectacularly. Muchova enters the final carrying the weight of Eala's expectations, knowing that every single point she plays will be scrutinized through the lens of the Filipino star's surprising prediction. The pressure on the Czech player has intensified dramatically, as she must now contend not only with her opponent's formidable skills, but also with the massive expectations that have been thrust upon her shoulders. Meanwhile, Muchova's opponent has been handed an unexpected psychological advantage, using Eala's endorsement as additional motivation to prove that predictions can often be wrong. The dynamic between the two finalists has shifted in ways that nobody could have predicted, with each player approaching the match with different sources of inspiration and motivation. Muchova is determined to validate Eala's confidence in her abilities, while her opponent is equally determined to prove that championship glory belongs to those who seize it on the court rather than those who are anointed by others. The tactical battle that awaits promises to be nothing short of extraordinary, with both players possessing the skills and mental fortitude required to emerge victorious. Muchova's powerful ground strokes and aggressive baseline play will be tested against an opponent known for exceptional defensive abilities and counterpunching skills. The matchup presents fascinating contrasts in playing styles, strengths, and weaknesses that will keep fans on the edge of their seats from the very first point. Eala's shocking prediction has added an entirely new dimension to this championship showdown, creating a storyline that transcends the usual sports narratives of triumph and defeat. Now, the final represents something far more significant than simply determining who lifts the trophy at the end of the tournament. It has become a test of whether Eala's judgment is as sharp as her tennis instincts, whether Muchova can handle the weight of newfound expectations, and whether the tennis gods will smile upon this unexpected narrative of sportsmanship and mutual respect. As the championship final draws closer, the burning question on everyone's mind is whether Alex Eala's shocking prediction about Karolína Muchová will ultimately prove prophetic or misguided. The tennis world waits with bated breath, knowing that the answer will shape not only the outcome of this tournament, but also the legacy of both players involved. Muchova has been working relentlessly in preparation for this defining moment, leaving absolutely nothing to chance as she strives to validate Eala's extraordinary confidence in her abilities. Her training sessions have been intense and focused. Her mental preparation has been meticulous, and her determination to succeed has reached levels that even her closest supporters have never witnessed before. The Czech star understands that this is the opportunity of a lifetime, a chance to prove that Eala's belief in her was entirely justified and that she belongs among the elite players of her generation. However, the unpredictable nature of tennis means that even the most confident predictions can be shattered in an instant by the unpredictable bounce of a ball or the slightest lapse in concentration. Muchova's opponent is equally determined to claim victory, possessing the skills, experience, and mental toughness to overcome any obstacle that stands in her path. The stage is perfectly set for an unforgettable battle that will be remembered for generations, regardless of who ultimately emerges victorious. Eala herself has remained remarkably composed throughout the growing controversy, standing firmly behind her endorsement while insisting that she respects all players and simply made a judgment based on what she has observed. The young Filipino star continues to demonstrate remarkable maturity, refusing to be drawn into controversies while maintaining her focus on her own journey and aspirations. As the first serve approaches, one thing becomes increasingly clear. Eala's shocking prediction has already succeeded in making this final infinitely more compelling than it would have otherwise been. Whether Muchova ultimately wins or loses, the narrative surrounding this championship will forever include Eala's surprising endorsement as a defining moment of the tournament. And if Muchova does manage to claim victory, Eala's prediction will go down in tennis history as one of the most remarkable calls ever made, cementing her reputation not just as an exceptional player, but also as an astute observer of the game she clearly loves. The final is coming, and the world is watching. If you enjoyed this latest tennis update and want to stay ahead of the biggest stories in the world, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to World Zone right now. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a moment of the action. See you in the next video.